Hi guys, this is Mohan and welcome to Jdbc session 3. In this session we are going to discuss prepared statement interface. The agenda for this session is we are going to discuss how to insert the data into the table, how to update the existing records, and how to delete the records from the table. Guys, this is my NetBeans IDE. Guys, I'm strongly recommending, if you are a first time reader of Jdbc, kindly go through my first videos, that is Jdbc overview and Jdbc statement interface. Guys, this is my database. I'm going to connect to my database. Yes, I connected. I have one table called myMP with 4 columns and no data is available. It is written in 0 rows. Guys, let me go and create the class. This is my class name, PreparedStatement EX. I'm just deleting this commenting part, guys. And now create one main method, public static void main here this. Guys, in every Jdbc application we need to follow the Jdbc architecture. What is the Jdbc architecture? There are 5 steps. First one, loading the driver. Step number 2, establish the connection to the database. Third one, create the interface objects. Fourth one, execute the queries. And fifth one, close the connections. The first step is step number 1, load the driver. How to load the driver? There is a class called class which is available in java.lang package, which has the per name, that is static method, for which we need to provide the driver class name. This is my driver class name, guys. Thin driver I am going to use here. Class dot per name guys. If the driver is not responding, then it will throw the class not found exception. And as part of this session, I am not interested to handle the exceptions. I am going to just declare the exception. I am just declaring the exception. What is the second step? There is a class called driver manager, which is available in java.sql package, which has a method called connection, get connection. This will accept 3 parameters: URL, user ID, password, and it will return connection interface object. Guys, this is my database URL. user id is app, password is also app, and I will assign these to connection interface. Guys, let me import this. For some reason, if database is not responding while establishing the connection to the database, it will throw the SQL exception, and this also I am declaring the exceptions. Guys, in my first video I explained how to handle these exceptions. Here in this example I am not focusing more on exception handling side. So 2 steps over. Step 1, how to load the driver. Step 2, how to establish the connection to the database. What is the third one? Third one is how to create the interface objects. Guys, the connection interface is a factory interface, which means this has the methods which can return the object of consecutive interfaces like statement, prepared statement. Now I am going to just call these methods. Okay, this is the method I am going to use. Prepared statement and providing SQL. This will return prepared statement. Statement PSTMT. This is also available in java.lang package. Let me explain this third step, guys. There is a method called prepare statement in connection interface. I am calling this method by providing the query. It will return the prepare statement object. Now we are going to PSTMT execute update. I am going to fire this query. This will return how many records got updated. And the last one is close the connections. Whatever we opened, we need to close them in reverse order. That is, prepare statement we closed and connection also we closed. Guys, look at this. A query here we are using insert into my MB values question mark. This is the way to prepare the query for prepared statement interface. So once you prepare like this, then there are certain methods available in prepared statement. The first one is set int. You need to provide the integer where it is first place. Guys, see these queries. This query, first one, this question mark, second one, this question mark, third one, this question mark, fourth one. So I am going to set this value at first place. PSTMT dot, what is the second one? String. Second one is name, right? So second one is name. I'm going to set it as search in PreparedStatement dot set. Again, third one is salary. Third one is salary 10,000. PreparedStatement dot set. Fourth one is address. Fourth one is address. Mumbai. So I'm setting all these values. First place ID, second place name Sachin, third place salary 10,000, fourth place again address, that is string. And I'm firing the query. Then I will print count inserted. Okay, let me fire this query, guys. So one record inserted. Let me go to my table. I'm refreshing the table. Yes, one ID such and blah 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 got inserted. Just hold on this, guys. Here if you see from line number 12 to line number 15, we hard coded the values, right? But in real time, people will never ever hard code these values. Either you may get these values from your own application GUI or from upstream systems and insert into the query. Correct? Guys, since this is a console application, I'm going to explain you how to read these values from your console. For that, I'm going to use scanner class. Scanner sc is equal new scanner, which is available in java.util package. We need to import this. Import it, guys, java.util.scanner. Now this has the methods to read the strings we entered. See this, guys, next line will read everything as a string, but the first one is not a string, right? First one is int. So once you read it, you need to convert this into integer. Guys, I am using wrapper classes. Guys, those who don't know what is wrapper class, for every primitive type there is a corresponding wrapper class similar to like this integer. This has the passInt method which will convert the string to integer. I am assigning to AD because your scanner methods will read everything whatever you are entering through console. They will read that as a string, and before that I am giving some message to the user. Please enter ID. Please enter name. Enter salary, enter address. Guys, name is a string. I'm directly reading it. Name is called sc dot next line, but salary is again integer. Integer sal is called integer dot percent of sc dot next line. I'm reading string and I'm converting into integer. And similarly, address is again string. We can read as is. Next line. Now I am going to provide these values here. Whatever we are reading dynamically, we will provide to here. Name, then sal, then ADT. I'm firing the query. Guys, let me explain you the code here. I imported whatever I want for this application. Most of these interfaces classes are available in java.sql package, and one more class we are using from java.util package. I just followed the Jdbc architecture, but I am not handling these exceptions. In this example, I just loaded the driver, established the connection, and created the PreparedStatement interface object and provide the query here. And I'm reading all these details like ID, name, salary, address from the console. I'm setting these values into your PreparedStatement query, and I'm executing query and close the connections in reverse order. That's all, guys. Let me execute this. Please enter ID 2, name Virat, salary 20,000, address Delhi. So one record inserted. Let us see that record. Yes, 2 Virat. This one. This is over inserting records. Now we are going to discuss how to update the records in the table using PreparedStatement. Guys, let me modify this. Instead of insert into my MP values, I have an update query. So update my MP set name where ID is equal to question mark. So I want to read ID and name. So I don't want salary and addresses. Let me delete this and also these 2 lines. That's all, guys. This is the query. This is the complete code. Let me show you the complete code, guys. Loading the driver, establishing the connection to the database, created the prepare statement interface object, reading the data from the console, that is ID and name, and setting this to your query and executing the query and printing it and close the resources. Guys, before that I will show you these values. What we have here, 1 Sachin, 2 Virat. Okay, let me execute this. Guys, it is throwing the exception, invalid character. Oh, I did the mistake here. Guys, see this, update my MP set name is equal to question mark. So the first parameter is this one, name, and means string. Second one is ID. So the first parameter is ename and second parameter is eid. And change this as set string, set in. Now let me execute this. ID, number 2, name Mohan. So should be update. Okay. Number 2 name, we are changing from Virat to Mohan. Let me refresh. Virat is changed to Mohan. Let me try one more time. Employee ID 1, name to Sindhu. One record updated. Employee 1 is Sachin. I am executing the query, guys. Now Sachin is changed to Sindhu. This is the way to update the existing records in the table using prepare statement interface. Third one, deleting records from the table using prepare statement interface. Guys, let me copy this query. I'm just modifying the existing program. This is the delete query. Guys, for deletion we need only ID. Name is not required. And this should be 1. This should be ID. Sorry, this should be integer dot constant for deletion we need only ID, nothing is required. I need only primary key. So let me show you the code, guys. I'm loading the driver, establishing the connection to the database, created a prepare statement interface by providing SQL, that is delete from my MP. I'm reading the data from the console, that is ID, and passing it to int. I'm providing query and executing it. I'm providing 2, enter, to deleted should be deleted. To gone. Let me again execute this. This time I'm providing one record deleted. Let me execute the select query. So one is also gone. So this is the way to delete the record, delete the existing record using prepare statement interface. Guys, we learn how to insert the data into the table, how to update the existing records, how to delete the record from the table. Guys, just hold on. Whatever we learn in statement interface, same thing we are learning here, right? Using prepare statement, that is inserting data, updating, deleting. Then what is the difference between these two? Guys, look at this. If you are using prepare statement interface and trying to execute the query, your database will prepare the query plan and your record will be executed into table. Again, if you are going to execute the same query, again it will prepare the query plan, execute the data and delete the query plan. Guys, just think that I need to insert the 100 records. Means I want to execute similar query again and again 100 times. So what will happen if you use the statement interface is every time for every execution it will prepare the query plan, it will execute the query and it will delete the query plan. Again for second time it will prepare the query plan, execute the record and delete the query plan. Guys, don't you think this is an overhead on the database? This is the major limitation of the statement interface object. So if you use prepare statement, let me explain you what will happen. If I am using prepare statement and I am inserting the data, it will prepare the query plan, it will execute the query, but query plan is still alive. Second time when I am going to execute the query, it will use the existing query plan and it will insert the data. So which means whenever you want to perform the similar operations again and again, please prepare statement instead of statement interface. Thus you can reduce the burden on the database. Thus it will improve the performance. This is the major advantage with prepare statement when compared with statement interface. Guys, let me repeat once again. If you use statement interface object for similar operations, it has to prepare the query plan for each request and execute the query and delete the query plan. That will burden on the database. That is overhead to the database. Or else, if you use prepare statement interface, query plan will be created only once and for all similar operations it will use the same query plan. So it will reduce the burden on the database. That is the first advantage with prepare statement. Second one is SQL injection is not possible in prepare statement when it is possible in statement interface object. This is another advantage, guys, with prepare statement. Guys, the code is available in my blog. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and share the video with your friends.